Alright, welcome back guys, welcome to your first time here. I'm Vision Hero Barnett here, bringing you guys another video. Today I'm giving you guys my kind of trailer reaction and review for the new Fear the Walking Dead Season 7 trailer that dropped earlier today. Now if Fear the Walking Dead is something you're instant, don't forget to hit subscribe button down below, hit that bell icon, that way you miss more Fear the Walking Dead content from me moving forward. Now let's begin. So like I said, we got our first trailer for Season 7 of Fear the Walking Dead, and I gotta say, it was solid. It wasn't the greatest trailer, but I do think it was decent and solid. There were definitely things I would have liked to see more of or were expecting to see, but with what we got, I did like. Now, from what we can tell in the trailer, it looks like it's gonna be like this Morgan versus Strand kind of situation in this season. Now, I wonder if they're kind of adapting what the original showrunner had planned for Madison. That's definitely a possibility. I could definitely see them doing that with Strand, and it makes actually a kind of more sense with Strand compared to Madison. So I'm very okay with it. It just depends on how it turns out and how it's portrayed. I do think Coleman Domingo is a great actor. He can pull off this role as Strand being a villain. Now, one of the issues I do have here, though, is depending on what road they take Strand down, is he might end up dying at the end of this season or mid-season, depending on how long the story arc between him versus Morgan drags out. But depending on how they make him and what way he goes down, I don't think he'll survive season 7, which I think will piss off a lot of OG fans who are kind of still angry and annoyed about Madison leaving and who hate the showrunners. I know it'll probably definitely be something bad that they will hate. So yeah, I definitely expect that. But at the same time, I think Strand has had a good run on the show. It's 7 seasons, like you can't get more better than that. So honestly, I think it'd be okay. As long as they kind of make it a full circle moment, I think that'd be fine. Now, Morgan and stuff like that, we did see that, he's letting Victor go off on his own, but did threaten that if he finds out he's doing something that he thinks is wrong, or doing it the wrong way, or even hurt someone that Morgan cares about, Morgan's going to come for him and pretty much end him, which was pretty good. Now, I'm curious to see what goes on here, because, like I said, it looks like we're going to get sort of a civil war, so I'm curious as to what characters will be on what side of things, like who will follow Morgan, who will follow Strand. I do believe characters like Dwight and Sherry will probably be with Morgan just due to the connection there, and I think that they'd kind of be with Morgan more than kind of Strand. Morgan someone they more know compared to Strand. I believe Daniel will most likely be with with Morgan due to how much he dislikes Strand. Luciana is probably someone that I could see going with Strand. Maybe Sarah too. So it all depends. I think Charlie, of course, will go with Daniel anywhere, and Wes is an open book. And those are the main people I can think of off the top of my head. But yeah, I do think it's going to be an interesting storyline. Now, we do get some scenes with CRM. We get to see Al and Isabel in certain scenes, so that's really cool. I don't think we're going to get much of CRM. I think it's going to be small. I just think it's going to be Isabel joining the group and, helping out or whatever. Again, I believe they'll probably end up with Morgan. Again, Al kind of has more connection with Morgan compared to Strand, so I definitely could see that more happening with him. So I'm curious to see what goes on there with these characters moving forward following the fallout. Now, like I said, I don't think CRM will have a huge role this season. Now, one thing I've seen a lot of people talking about and kind of going around within the fandom is where do all these characters get their gas masks from and all that stuff, the protective gear. Now, my plot point or my story kind of filling in with my head is the way that CRM picked up these characters and gave them the gas masks or something. It makes sense that they have them, so I believe that CRM probably gives them to them, or is at least hinted that they were given to them by CRM. At least that's how I feel. I think that'd make the most sense compared to some of the other options that they have, so I'm fine with that. But yeah, really cool. We get to see most of our characters within the trailer. I don't think we saw John Dory Sr. or JD or June. I might have missed them. I'm curious to see what side they might join on. I think they might go off on their separate journey. I know it's been said that JD is gonna have a kind of a big role this season. I'm curious to see what that could be. But I think maybe not putting him in the trailer might be one of the a good way to hide why he's gonna be a big role in the season. So that's something I'm interested in seeing, because I really do like the character. He's a really cool and interesting character. And again, I really like his dynamic with June following the death of John Dory. So I'm very curious to see what goes on there. Now, the biggest thing I've seen people talk about is no Alicia within the trailer. Now, this is one where I understand what you're talking about, but I also do believe there's a reason for that. I do believe that they're probably gonna hold her off, and there's gonna be something big with Alicia's character. We know she's in that bunker with the rest of Teddy's people, so I do believe that there's some things going on with her character that's gonna be too much of a spoiler to put within the trailer. If we get a longer trailer, I do believe we'll probably get to see some things with Alicia. Probably not too much, but I do believe she's going to play a bigger role. I'm thinking she might end up kind of being like a mediator between Morgan's crew and Strand's group, which is fine by me. I really do like that. I think that's a great move. But I also it depends on, what goes on with her people in the bunker. I'm very curious to see what goes on there, because there's a lot of stories they could tell of her in the bunker, especially depending on if they do a time skip or whatnot. That could definitely have an interesting role within the story for season 7. But again, I really like the trailer. Great visuals. Really great stuff. I'm curious to see what they have in store for our characters regarding the Civil War. CRM, again, I'm not expecting a whole lot from, but I am super hyped to see what they give us. I was hoping we got a bit more of a trailer, or a longer trailer, but with what we got, I'm okay with it. I do believe we'll probably get a little bit more of one down the road, plus some more promotion. So I'm not totally upset. I wish we had seen the priest as well, Jacob. That was something. Now, we did get to see a bloody wheelchair. Now, there's a lot of speculation that Wendell's pretty much dead. I don't believe that. I think that's just, a red herring to throw us off or make us to think Wendell is dead. I don't believe that they would show Wendell dead, or the fact that Wendell was killed off within the trailer. I think that's just misdirect. I do believe that he most likely and possibly could die this season, just due to the fact that the actor has a very, from what I understand, like a leading role, and I think it's Hawaii 5-0 or NCIS or New Orleans or something like that. I forget what show, but he's got a leading character role there. So I'm assuming unless his character dies on that show or leaves on that show, he'll most likely be killed off on Fear. But either way, that kind of upsets me, because I did like the Sarah and Wendell dynamic. I know a lot of people don't care for it, but I personally did enjoy it. But again, really hyped for this season. Really excited to see what goes on with these characters' story arcs and where the story could go for season 7, especially given the Strand versus Morgan storyline. Again, I'm curious to see if that'll be the first half of season 7, or if it'll just be the whole season. I really hope it's more the whole season, just because I think there's a lot they could tell with that story. It just depends on how long they want to drag it out. But again, let me know your thoughts and opinions for this trailer in the comment section down below. So yeah, guys, that's my trailer reaction and review for the new Fear the Walking Dead Season 7 trailer that was just recently dropped. As always, if you guys feel, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and share. Don't forget to hit subscribe button down below. Hit that bell icon that would miss more Fear the Walking Dead content from me moving forward. And go follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which is linked in the back section on my YouTube channel. As always, been Vision Hero Boy Entertainment, and I'll see you next time.